I think maybe even Dirty Jersey Rat. Dirty Jersey. Yay! I love that
You
song.
guys are doing well. No intro today because I don't think it's really appropriate after my goofy ass fuck up the other day, which I'll get into a little bit as well. So, but yeah, I fucked up real good. So I'm going to talk about that a little bit and kind of address that and have a good time. Eric, no intro. Yeah, so I don't think it's appropriate, man. There's a lot of people that want to kind of hear what's going on there. So I think I owe it to them for that, 100%. So, but thank you guys. I appreciate you for hanging out. What's up? How you doing, everybody on Kick? Sweet. Appreciate you guys. Hey, done fucked up. Yeah, that's for sure. I did really good, and I'll explain basically how that went down, and take my licks because I deserve the shit out of them for sure. I deserve to be flamed and roasted to oblivion for that. So I'll accept that for sure, because I mean that's what I deserve. I'm not beating around the bush there. So basically, I'll hit that right away just so you guys have context, and I'll readdress it, of course, over and over for people. So basically, what happened, what was the entire like Chrissy Mayor thing happened, where she had Melanie on and whatnot, and I while she was streaming, I was like stream sniping it, okay, and I was like, well, I have a great idea. I'll raid her, right? So I messaged her and I was like, hey, can I raid you? I don't want to bring you any drama, basically. And, but a lot of people want to hear from Melanie, and I have a lot of people in my audience right now, right? And she said, of course, yeah, right away. She was really excited for the raid. And then the shitstorm happened, right? Of course. What's up, Shadow? Thank you, man, for the 5,000 kicks, man. I really appreciate that, dude. What the hell are you doing? Thank you, buddy. Shadow. Love you, buddy. So at any rate, I raid her. And of course, we all know the rest of the story. It got really, really bad, right? So she messaged me immediately after this, right? And she's like, what happened? Like, what do you, she said, do you have a beef with Melanie or Jeremy? And she said she had no idea what was going on. So I explained it all to her, basically, you get what I'm saying. And that was kind of the end of it. But she kind of lied completely to me and all these DMs and to Nina and to Venti and everybody else. So that kind of what started this whole fucked up thing, right? Witness the bee. So the snow keeps rolling here. And I go on D-Day Cobra's show. And I said, like a dumbass, by the way, I was like, hey, man, I've had, DMs with Chrissy. Here's what happened. And I shouldn't have said that. That was really freaking stupid of me to say that. Because what I should have said is, here's what I think happened, right? Because we were discussing motivations loosely. And, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of you know what I'm saying, right? Being way too loose in a time period where people need to be very direct because this is some important shit, right? So at any rate, I said that. And 2 days later, I'm getting DMs of people saying, drop these DMs. And I'm like, what are we talking about? And after 30 seconds, I understood what we were talking about. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I got on X and said, hey, I don't have a DM saying this. I miscommunicated this way terribly and essentially lied. Yeah, people are saying, well, you basically lied. Yeah, sure. I agree with that. And I own it, and I deserve people to flame the hell out of me for it because I deserve that. Because there's a lot of people covering this shit, and they're doing a better job than me. And I'm just kind of, I'm not helping the situation, right? So I won't be covering the quartering stuff anymore because, like I said, there's other people doing it better, and I'm just muddying up the fucking water, being a dumbass. And I don't want to do that because there's people that deserve the viewership that are doing it in a better manner than I'm doing it. So yeah, I don't intend on covering it anymore, but I appreciate everybody that's hanging out with me, of course. But I fucked up, and I have to own that fuck up, and I have to let you guys drill my ass into the ground. So because that's just how it works. It's how this works. And I feel like a stupid bastard, I promise you. I feel like a dumbass, man. But that's how this thing works. So at any rate, yeah, as soon as I saw the people floating around drop this DM, I was like, oh shit, I got to post this and say I don't have this. Because if I just put my head in the sand and lie and say I don't have shit, That makes it way worse, right? So I tweeted it as fast as I could, to let people know that I'm a dumbass and that is not what happened. I don't have a DM, So, and people were like, "Oh, so you basically lied," and I was like, "Yeah, sure, I agree. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as lying, misspeaking like that. Same thing as lying. So I deserve that. Thank you, Shadow, for your 5. I'm blaming Nick. Well, I'm not gonna argue that. Thank you, Shadow, for your 5 gifted subs. I appreciate that. But anyways, I appreciate you guys still hanging out and still supporting your boy. But I do feel like a dumbass. I feel pretty stupid. So I would like I'm okay with you hating on me for sure. Speak your mind. But yeah, I saw some really interesting comments today of people saying, they're saying, hey, we can't trust what you have to say from now on. And that's very reasonable. That is very reasonable. I've had some people say they're unsubbing because they can't trust what I have to say. Extremely reasonable. I'm not going to shit on anybody about that, So, T-Rex says DMing Worski in the moment, admitting you fucked up while they're on L. Yeah, I wanted T-Rex Travels. I wanted Worski to announce it live. Okay. Because I did not want it to play. It was within like I think 20 minutes of Worski messaging me. I was like, "Fuck, no, I don't have that, dude. Announce live, I don't have that." And I'm appreciative that they did that. And so, Def Parade says, "You making any changes moving forward?" Yeah, for sure. I'm not going to be loose lipped, and I was very relaxed in what I was saying, and I shouldn't have done that. Right. Because that's like what pisses me off the most at myself is I really enjoy the chat and I really enjoy the camaraderie and stuff. And I feel like I betrayed everyone and I've been laying up all night like a dumbass. Like my dad called me and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Bro, I mean, I'm not in a good way. I betrayed everyone." And my dad's like, "Who cares?" And I'm like, "No, you don't understand. Like, he's my dad. He does. Who cares, right?" So, but yeah, I feel like a dumbass, and yeah, I just wanted to go live and tell everybody that I'm a dumbass. I own it, and I'm gonna own sub if you don't cover the quarter. No, but yeah, I gotta own it. So I will take my licks 100%. Let you guys lick on me. And that's how it's got to be, Anyways, flew too close. That's what I've been saying for like 5 days. I'm like, man, I flew really too close to the sun there. But I appreciate a lot of people that are hearing me out a little bit. So, I don't deserve that. I don't deserve you hearing me out. I don't deserve the benefit of the doubt anymore. So, those that choose to do so, like, I appreciate it. I don't deserve it, but I appreciate it. So, I really appreciate everybody hanging out tonight, though. But yeah, I just wanted to get that out of the way. I wanted to tell you guys what happened. Because like I said, I took basically my opinion of motives based on me saying, "Hey, I'm going to raid you, but it might have drama. Do you want me to rather not do that?" And finding out a few days later that all these people have heard from Chrissy and she's admitting that she knew about it. So I took that information and was loosely speaking, here's her motivations after saying I've had DMs with her. And that was wrong because it made it sound like I had a DM, So at any rate, that's what happened. And I shouldn't have done that. Shouldn't have said that because it betrayed everyone's trust that's been following the situation. And that's kind of the opposite of the thing I should be doing or want to do, in my opinion. So anyway, you get it. You guys get it, what I'm saying.
And hey, Adam.
Hey, Dirty Rat.
Dirty Rat's a good boy. He is. Check him out on the YouTube channel.